Those are the headline details now. This Tuesday, the head of state presented the new administrator of Muyinga commune. On this occasion, he invited the population to collaborate closely with the official and to respect the guidance of the good of the community. On the same day, the president visited missionary Daniel Johnson, who leads various development activities in Gisuru commune, Buhumuza province. This Monday, the President of the Republic officially introduced the Governor of Buhumuza and the Administrator of Changuzo. The head of state urged the best interests of the population. Evariste Niyonkuru for more details. This Monday, the President of the Republic officially introduced the Governor of Buhumuza province and the Administrator of Changuzo. The head of state urged them to serve in the best interest of the population. Evariste Niyonkuru for more details. Burundian Prime Minister Nestor Ntahontuye flew to Algeria this Tuesday. He will participate in a roundtable discussion on the African continental free trade area. The objective of this meeting is to strengthen economic cooperation and promote the development of an African common market. And this Tuesday, the National Assembly, under the leadership of the President Daniel Jelazen Ndabirabe, examined and adopted the schedule of activities planned from September 1st to 15th, 2025. Among the items of the agenda to be discussed is notably the draft bill amending the current law governing the National Independent Human Rights Commission. Details with Ilakoze Jackson.
Members of Parliament thoroughly reviewed the schedule of activities outlined in the agenda. Among the items listed for discussion and adoption were the work of the permanent committees of the National Assembly, the presentation of reports from various missions, and the analysis and adoption of the draft law amending law number 1/04 of January 5th, 2011, establishing the Independent National Commission on Human Rights in Burundi. The National Assembly will also analyze and adopt a draft law on the ratification by the Republic of Burundi of the loan agreement for the second year.
As I said, this Monday, the President of the Republic, Evariste Ndayishimiye, officially introduced the new Governor of Buhumuza and the Administrator of Changuzo. The head of state urged them to serve in the best interest of the population. Evariste Niyonkuru for more details.
The presentation of the Governor of Buhumuza province, Denis Ndaruhekere, and the Administrator of Changuzo commune, Nahimana Marie-Rose, took place at the Buhumuza Stadium in a ceremony graced by the head of state, Evariste Ndayishimiye. Also in attendance were the Prime Minister, the Minister of Interior, the Minister for National Defense and the Veterans, and the second Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, among other high-ranking officials. In his welcome address, the Chief of the Staff of the Governor of Buhumuza province highlighted that peace and security are a tangible reality in the provincial capital. He further announced that a strategic development plan has already been drawn up and that their current priority is the construction of the new provincial headquarters. In his address, President Evariste Ndayishimiye emphasized that the recent administrative restructuring is a clear sign of effective decentralization, an effort aimed at bringing government closer to the people to better support them in development initiatives. He urged newly appointed administrators and elected officials to serve the interests of the population and to act as leaders in community-driven development efforts in line with the national vision for Burundi. Both the governor of Buhumuza province and the administrator of Changuzo commune pledged to work tirelessly for the well-being of their constituency. Following the ceremony, the president visited the commune of Changuzo, specifically Nelson Hill, where he toured the Kibonobono National Union of Cooperative Societies. This cooperative operates in agriculture on 12 hectares site. The head of state congratulated them and encouraged all citizens to engage more actively in income-generating agriculture.
As part of preparations for the new school year, Minister of Education François Habyarimana visited several schools on Monday, including the Centre de Formation Professionnelle d'Orumonge and the École Ali Maktoum, which is set to be transformed into a boarding school. The visit came as the minister officially launched in Burunga province a nationwide teacher training program aimed at strengthening educators' skills. Jivan Ndaishimie for more details.
The visit began at the Centre de Formation Professionnelle d'Orumonge, where the Minister of Education, François Habyarimana, stated that he went there accompanied by officials of the Passage Project, a youth employment project, to observe how the managers of this center are preparing to open a new program dedicated to radar processing. The minister specified that they indeed found that the space intended to host the infrastructures and equipment necessary for this new program is already available. The visit continued at École Ali Maktoum, which is scheduled to be transformed into a boarding school. The minister explained that the preparations related to accommodation and the kitchens are about to be completed. In addition, the minister visited the Higher Institute of Technical Education, Institut Supérieur d'Enseignement Technique, a university that had been temporarily closed due to non-compliance. François Habyarimana wanted to verify on site whether the required standards to provide quality education are now being met, given that the managers of this institution are seeking its reopening.
A few weeks ahead of the next school year, François Habyarimana, Minister of Education and Scientific Research, officially launched the nationwide training for 6th grade teachers this Monday in Rumonge. This training, he stated, he will enable teachers to effectively integrate into the new learning form.
Accompanied by the representative of the governor of Burunga province, Swede Juma, the provincial director of education, various communal education directors, and other key stakeholders in the education sector, the Minister of Education, François Habyarimana, officially launched a nationwide training program intended for school teachers and head teachers. The purpose of this initiative is to facilitate their effective integration into the newly reformed national education system. In his opening remarks, the minister outlined several key objectives of the training that are to harmonize teaching content and new pedagogical tools, to deepen the understanding and application of up-to-date teaching methods for 6th grade classes, and to ensure a clear grasp of the new direction in assessing learners' knowledge levels. François Habyarimana emphasized that providing quality education to the youth is the fundamental pillar of national development. It is this foundation, he stated, that will enable us to achieve Burundi's vision of becoming an autonomous nation by 2040 and a fully developed one by 2060. The minister also issued a firm reminder that no education official should assign teachers to levels other than 6th grade during this transitional phase. He took the opportunity to warn provincial and communal education authorities who persist in reallocating teachers despite the recent administrative restructuring of communes and provinces. According to the minister, such transfers have been suspended since July. This 2-week training will benefit over 6,000 teachers as well as 2,458 school administrators and lead teachers.
Preparations to start the school year on September 2025. In today's Public Affairs chapter, we will talk about the maintenance of desks in public schools run by the Nahangwa Municipal Education Direction. As a part of preparation for the next school year, Marius Mohigwe for more details.
We are just a few days away from the start of the 2025-2026 school year in Nahangwa municipality. The director in charge of education gave us an update on the availability of desks in schools in relation to the capacity. He said they have recommended that the director consider how to enroll students with the available seats. According to the recommendations they provided and the report sent to them, these numbers could be proportional to the last year. Here, they hope that they have well implemented these recommendations given yet. Looking at a large number of desks taken as unused from the primary school, the municipal director of education gave a note to the members of the school management committees that they should be encouraged to maintain and repair desks. Here, they must also learn how to use them, how to repair them, and how to treat them. In addition to this call for good management of benches, the Municipal Education Department of Nahangwa also invites all to think about strategies for certain schools that will be in need following of the growing number of pupils.
Well, end of this news edition. Thank you for being with us. Keep watching our programs. Bye-bye.